Every January, we make promises to ourselves. This year will be different. We will exercise more, be more patient. Some spend less time on our phone. But study show that 80%, and I said it again, 80% of New Year resolution fail by mid-February. We feel like failure, unable to follow through on the very things we know will be good for us. As believers, this raises an important question. Did Jesus himself have New Year's resolutions? The answer is found not in whether Jesus made promises on January 1st, but in understanding what really drove his entire life. When Jesus was only 12 years old, you all know the story. Mary and Joseph took him to Jerusalem for Passover. After the festival, they traveled a full day before they realized that Jesus wasn't with them. Obviously, as every parent will do, they panicked and they rushed back and searched for 3 days, and they couldn't find him. Finally, they found him in a temple court, sitting among the teachers, amazing everyone with his understanding. Mary was so upset, and she said to him, "Son, what have you treated us like this? Your father and I have been anxiously searching for you." Now, listen carefully to Jesus' response. This is amazing. At 12 years old, he revealed the driving force of his entire life. In Luke chapter 2, verse 49, it says this, "What were you searching for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my Father's house?" My favorite version, which is a New King James Version, put it this way: "I must be about my Father's business." At 12 years old, Jesus already knew. He knew it. He understood his purpose. This wasn't a New Year's resolution for him that he must keep or break. This was his identity. This was his mission, the will of his Father. The same resolve echoes throughout his ministry. Years later, in John chapter 6, verse 38, Jesus declared himself, "For I have come down from heaven, not to do my will, but to do the will of him who sent me." From age 12, in a temple, to the cross on Calvary, Jesus had one resolution: to fulfill the Father's will. This wasn't about personal improvement or self-help goals. That wasn't about it. It was about alignment with divine purpose. Most of our resolutions fail because we are disconnected from God's will for our lives. We make them based on what society tells us or what will impress others. We rely on our own willpower. But Jesus showed us a very different model. True resolution comes from understanding and aligning ourselves with the will of God. Now, there are two aspects of God's will we must grab. It's something that probably we'll touch on in more detail in another video. But first of all, there is God's sovereign will, his overarching plan for all creation that will absolutely come to pass. And then secondly, there is God's will for you and I individual life, you and I specific calling, the particular way God wants to use you and I in his kingdom. Now, Jesus understood both the sovereign plan of redemption and he understood a specific role in that plan. That's why he could say with confidence, "I have come not to do my will, but to do the will of him who sent me." As believers, our resolution must flow from the same understanding. Instead of asking, "What do I want to accomplish this year?" we should ask, "What is God calling me to do? How can I align my life more fully with God's purpose?" When our commitments are rooted in God's will, rather than our own ambitions and our own desire. We're no longer relying solely on our strength. We are partnering with God, flowing with His purposes, rather than fighting them with our limited willpower. Now, Paul understood this, and we can see that in the book of Philippians chapter 2 when he says that it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill His good purpose. This is not just about trying harder, it's about God empowering you and I to do what He called us to do. So Jesus didn't need New Year resolutions because His entire life was one continuous resolution, which was to do the Father's will. That's what He was. At 12 years old, Jesus knew it. At 30 years old, Jesus lived it. And at 33 years old, Jesus fulfilled it completely on a cross on Calvary. This year, let us move beyond typical New Year's resolution. Ask God to reveal His will for your life. Seek a sovereign purpose. Discover your specific calling. Then make your commitment based on that divine alignment. My prayer for you and I this year will be that will be the year when we stop making resolution based on our own will, and that we start living fully in alignment with the will of our Father. I pray that we may discover afresh what it means to be about our Father's business. God bless you.